So, ladies and gentlemen, friends, in the previous vlog, the series, this is I'm continuing with explaining the Tesseract technologies through the example of YouTube. YouTube is kind of a digital application, social media. But what this technology does is, in the back end there is coding, but it's a two-dimensional Tesseract technology. How it works is, for example, if you have a 1 hour video, there is a whole timeline and horizon explained horizontally. For example, you can skip the time. I mean, in VCRs, you have to fast forward it, and it will fast forward all the whole reel would be fast forwarded. Whereas in especially in digital technologies, you can is more of a representation of Tesseract technology, more proper in a two-dimensional settings. For example, horizontally, you can, for example, if I have seen 5 minutes of the video, I can jump to, the 50 minutes of the video as well. After 50 minutes have passed, so, or I can go back as well. Go to the video when it is just 10 minutes have been passed playing the video. So that's the two-dimensional. But the real thing, which I think I would put some explanation and contribution to it, to Tesseract technologies, is that I'm talking about three-dimensional Tesseract technologies, where you can move from one space to another, or you would move from one time horizon to another, and there would be a choice available depending on what how complicated the Tesseract is. You can build a complicated Tesseract, as shown in Interstellar. This complex Tesseract shown through fifth dimensional application, so that Matthew did not access the Tesseract. He was not a part of the Tesseract, but he accessed it through outside. And that's an interesting. But what I'm saying is that you can not only access the Tesseract, but you can find yourself in the Tesseract and then use it, access it, and use it. And what is the key to three-dimensional Tesseract technology? The key, as there is a key of a door, is Einstein's theory of relativity. It is Einstein who is the key of the Tesseract technologies, because what it works is, in three-dimensional, it does not really work horizontally, it works vertically. Because in any planetary system, while even if it can represent Earth as well, that what it is that it would use gravity as being proposed by Einstein's mathematical equations, which represented theory of relativity. And what it does is it would allow you to bend space and time. But what is the stairs? What is the path? Key is Einstein's theory of relativity and Einstein's mathematical equations, and that's a vertical movement, while as well as most probably from top to down. And while as what are the stairs? That's Tesseract. So you can start by getting expertise in two-dimensional Tesseract technologies to then really get to third-dimensional Tesseract technologies. And you have to control gravity. You should have technologies who understand gravity and control gravity. And SpaceX, my friends, is a technology which is representing basic understanding of the Tesseract technologies, the space and time frame, whereby only because of understanding those technologies and to be able to control gravity, a rocket would land back on its launching pad. It will suddenly in air, it would move 180 degrees, and then we be stationary first. Would be stationary first, and that is controlling of gravity, three-dimensional controlling of gravity, and then landing back on the launching pad. And then that's what Tesseract technologies are all about. I mean, we have even basic application of Tesseract technologies through this SpaceX. So SpaceX is at the frontiers of Tesseract technologies. But me being student of Institute of Social Studies, being an economist, I would explain that as well. But most importantly, yes, metaphysical existences, imaginary time and space, as I have explained, while can also be able to train you for Tesseract technologies. And what is happening is that while, for example, I know that few months back they showed a video clip, Pakistani media, of senior American admirals and generals sitting in a row. Yes, that's the source code, my friends, that I have used as well. I have been able to use Tesseract technology to save astronauts. Yeah, because I have this so much explanation I could give only because I have first-hand experience with accessing Tesseract technologies, three-dimensional Tesseract technologies, and my example of communication devices using three-dimensional outputs, be able to influence the circumstances. That's also you are gonna use